Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got another interesting knife to do a review of today. A little short review. This is the Tasca Tools model Mack Daddy V2, and this one's actually on loan to me from Mr. Eddy. I really appreciate him allowing me to take a look at his knives and disassemble and clean them and carry them and review them and all that kind of good stuff. And also gives me the opportunity to record a whole lot more content than I would normally be able to do so, and for that I am much appreciative. This particular knife does come in this cool case here that just wanted to show that off. And let me get to the side here, and let's pull out my ruler and do my normal measurements here. Looks like about 3.5 inches on the blade length itself, 7 3/4 on the overall length. Let's grab a scale here and tear that out and get a weight on this knife. Looks like about 4.5 ounces. So definitely a solid knife, but not too heavy. Let's look at some look at it compared against several other knives. Apparently I can't talk today. This is the Vosteed Acorn and the QSP Penguin. Alright, a couple more knives would be that a lot of folks may have. The CJRB Pyrite and the Demco Shark Cub. Words are hard, apparently. Alright, and then a couple more Migueron Morial and the Kaiser Militao. Okay, so for thickness, this is a fairly thick knife. Here it is against the Migueron Morial. Here it is against the Pyrite. The Pyrite's a good bit thinner. There it is against the Militao. About the same as the Militao. So, and of course there he is against the Acorn. In pocket, you're looking at that kind of profile there. We'll do the Militao as well. Let's throw up the Penguin and the Shark Cub. Kind of gives you just an idea about what you're looking at there. This is M390 on the blade steel. You see you've got that satin hollow ground blade there. Very slicey. You have a forward choil there that actually works pretty well. There's some jimping here on the back where your thumb would go, and that works very well also. Not any more jimping besides that. The relief cuts for the lock bar are on the inside, so it keeps the lock side very smooth. You've got the integrated, you've got lanyard hole integrated into the back spacer there. I like the way they've done that. Looks very nice. Clip works very well. We'll look at that in pocket in just a few minutes. Opening methods. This one is very easy to reverse flick off the thumb studs. Just works very well. Of course, you also have the thumb stud for thumb opening. You've got front flipper that works really well. And you've got a flipper here that works very well as well. So lots of opening methods. Makes this a very fidget-friendly knife. But more than that, it's a pretty comfortable knife in hand for any kind of grip that you might want to have it in. A very nice blade shape in my opinion. Just an overall very nice knife. Okay. The price on this, I think it's around $700. If that is not correct, I'll flash it up on the screen. But I think that's around the price of it. I could be wrong though. I've been known to be wrong before, as I cannot keep track of all these prices. Alright, let's look at how it would look in pocket. This one works really well in pocket. So you can see there A little bit sticking up out of the pocket, but not terribly so. And the pocket clip looks very nice on the outside of the pants. Again, very easy to slide in and out of the pocket. Lockup, we're looking at about right there, and there's no blade plate, no side to side, none of that good stuff. Of course, titanium for the scales there, very nice pivot there. And while we're looking at it, very nice thumb studs. I really like those. There's some thumb studs that I can't seem to get good purchase on to get a good flick with my thumb, and in my opinion, it makes a big difference if the right thumb studs are not used. These look like they stick up just a hair over the scales as well, so it gives you good. It's easy to get to the thumb studs is what I'm trying to say. And it's easy, again, very easy to reverse flick off of, very easy to use that front flipper, even with just the side of your index finger, and just flip it open like that. So just a multitude of ways to open this knife. Action on it, of course, very good. It's not drop shut, but it's very hydraulic on its on closing, and I like that. Let's see, anything else I need to talk about? I believe that does it. If this knife were a little bit less expensive, I would probably look at getting one. That's the only thing that I can say. Not saying that it's not worth the money, but to me, that's just I can't spend that much on a knife right now. But I definitely like this knife. It's just, this is one of the knives that, you get a knife in, at least I do, to take a look at, and you're like, I may or may not like this knife, and then it turns into, oh, I like this knife a lot better than a lot of the other knives, maybe even a lot better than some of the knives that I actually own. And if I had the opportunity, definitely would rock this knife. This is one that it's just very well done. When someone designs a knife, the shape of the front flipper and how that is in relation to the pivot, the way the thumb studs are in relation to the pivot, the way the flipper is in relation to the pivot, all makes a difference in the action of that knife. And some of them are very well done. Some of them are just off just a little bit. And I've had several knives that they're off just a little bit. For me, this one's dead on pretty much everything. I'm not a thumb stud person usually, but to me, this one just works. And being able to easily, well, that was my fault on that one, to easily reverse flick off the thumb stud, easily front flip, easily, usually a flipper works pretty decently, well, at least on most knives. But to be able to do all of that in the same knife, that's a big plus in my book. And again, this would be one that I would definitely recommend, if it were not for the price. So, hope y'all have enjoyed this review and my thoughts about this knife. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. Please leave a comment. I've not been great on getting back and answering some of the comments. I do try to go back from time to time and do that, but I definitely appreciate the ones that I see. Please hit that sub button, the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Turn on notifications. I usually go live on Tuesday evenings right now, and I would appreciate you just dropping by and saying hello on the live, if you have time on Tuesday evenings. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.